checker.
We will return to your scheduled programming shortly, or we are currently experiencing technical difficulty.
What is going on, YouTube? Michael J. Crawford, the anti-trucker here. Good to see all of you. And I gotta say, Thomas, love that quote. That is probably one. And for those of you that don't know, that the quote that Thomas just put in his super chat is a 100% authentic quote from our good friend BIRDOPREY 5, who actually said, "I've never tried crack. I'm certain this is better than crack, and certainly better than other things." So I guess you just kind of had to be there. In the meantime, he's picking number 6. Oh yeah, so I was like, wait a minute, that's not as usual, but UBERCHAT number 6, so that makes more sense.
I now pronounce you man and turd. You may now kiss.
Joshua, what are you doing?
Nothing, nothing. I'm definitely not making you kiss Law. I repeat, I am not making you kiss Law. I'm definitely not. Hello, unfortunately there's not going to be a part 4. Dad just fixed the computer and he promises not to destroy it again as long as I don't do another one of those, so there's going to be no part 4. Wait, hold on, I just got a text message. Please do these videos, Puffed 4 is very anticipated. Nope, I quit.
Get him.
Sing it! Sing it! Sing it!
There it is, the complete epic saga. And so, yes, we will definitely miss our European friends. Josh says, it was great to know everyone across the pound. I assume you mean pond. DJ says, first like, thank you, DJ. John says, hello to everyone, as does Commander Shran. And DJ says, howdy all. Thomas says, hi to DJ. Robert says, evening, as opposed to morning. Josh says, Thomas wants us to start a great send-off for Europe. Absolutely, we're trying, we gotta watch, you know, this is the big send-off because all Europeans are going to be going dark here. Justin says, hey, how you doing, Justin? Commodore Ty is in the house, says hello. Mike Richards is here. He's from Columbus, Ohio. Hope you're doing well. Chief Cook says, I am first. Well, actually, it was Thomas, Chief. You were very close second. Thomas says, yeah, I forgot to put Uber. No biggie. Oh, gosh. Here's a name I'm not going to pronounce right. Argono, I don't know, says, what's up? DJ says, I'm here watching, not responding. Gonna put on a full screen and lay back in the recliner and relax. Okay, well, I got something for you to relax to in just a minute here, DJ. Did you lose some subs lately? What the hell? I did lose some, because I know it was horrible of me, but I dared to say that Captain Marvel was not horrifically bad. And so, yes, some people did, in fact, abandon us because of that. However, I've gained most of those subs back at this point. So we're at about break even to before I actually open up my mouth about Captain Marvel. So Thomas says, please check Discord. I'm shocked people are watching those streams. Not sure what you're talking about, Thomas, but let me see what you are sending here. So will the DVD logo screensaver hit the corner? That's a real stream with 55 people. Really? Is that for real, Thomas? This, here, I'll move aside so you guys can see it. So the screen is called this. There's 52 people watching at this particular moment. Has 88,000 likes. Wow. That just makes no sense. So let's see. PewDiePie versus T-Series. Who will prevail? I know PewDiePie is a YouTuber. I assume T-Series is, and it looks like, I guess, T-Series is close to PewDiePie in subs. And so while they're watching the sub count, there are 3,140 people watching with 1.7 million likes. Wow. And somebody is super chatting. I'm doing it all wrong. How? Wow. Thanks, Thomas. You just... Wow. Hello to the serfs of Europe, says John. Well, you're assuming they can hear you. And Chief sends me a link to He-Man's theme song for some reason. So, yeah. I missed yesterday's stream. What happened? Not a whole lot, but Europe is going dark now because of Article 13. So, well, we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but a lot of people feel that the European internet is about to go bye-bye, basically. Why are your captions in Spanish? Perhaps you need to change your settings, because I have no clue. Although that would be kind of cool. Darren says, good evening. Good evening, Darren. Charles says, good morning. Good morning, Charles. It's going to be North America, just like the EU. What do you mean? You mean we're going to become like that? I would not be surprised. Excuse me. Black Boy says, oh, I see. I'm unsubbing now. Well, gee. Well, that sucks. Well, so much for my big surprise, but oh well. Looks like I'm going to need another unused net provider, as my current one is the EU. Maybe something in Russia. Well, we're already Russian bots, so why not? Antitracker, will you lose about half your subs when Europe goes back to the dark ages of the internet? I don't know how that's going to work out, although about a third of my subscribers are in Europe, so that will definitely suck for me. Doesn't Article 13 simply give the UK countries the ability to make their own internet laws? No. My understanding of Article 13 is that, I don't know what, because there's Article 11 and Article 13. Actually, I should ask Commander Cockings about it when I was talking to him the other day. Captain Foley is in the house. Speaking of Trek Yards, good to see you, Captain. Nightbreeze says no notification. Well, poop. Charles says hi to Foley. Oh, yeah, and let me... Hold on, because we got two guests here. Let me get this... Come on. Stupid computer.
Ooh, Captain Foley is on the bridge.
So Captain Foley is here, as is Captain Redneck.
Ooh, Captain Redneck is on the bridge.
Ooh, Captain Foley is on the bridge.
Captain Redneck is on the bridge.
All right. So Captain Redneck says, hey, shill yards to Captain Foley. What a nice guy you are. From what I heard, Article 13 won't go into effect till 2021, but I'm not sure. I don't know all the details of it. You know, honestly, I should know it better than I do, but I don't. Enjoy janky MySpace pages, Europe. Yes, absolutely. No Russia collusion. Not here, because we're huge. I might need something, and then of course the chat disappears only on me. I might need to move to Russia if Disney keeps munching on media companies. Well, you know, I don't know. You can get a job at Disney. That'd be nice. Happy anniversary, Foley. FYI notification didn't go out. And then Thomas retracted the message while I was trying to read it. Jerk. Thomas, that video is from 2017. That must be why you retracted it. Only room for one captain here. I disagree. We have lots of captains around here, Captain Redneck. So I respectfully disagree. EU, why do you have to be a dick? I know. And Thomas says, buggers, you should put that in the title. Wouldn't it be odd if the same person announces Bothmacaps? What are you talking about? Hi, all from Stalag, UK. Hey, how you doing? Nice to see that you guys are able to get your pirate signal out, at least today. Captain Foley says, I will. I assume to changing the title of his video. Disney only pays minimum wage. Well, okay, but you also get all the coins you can swim in. Attention on deck, captain on the bridge. Yes, we have a couple of captains on the bridge. So, I was going to show you guys, since my European friends may never ever get to see us again, I've been messing around with my editor today. See, here's the thing. BIRDOPREY kind of pissed me off today. I wasn't gonna really do a bird chat 2 with Bird and Lore singing together, but then BIRDOPREY pissed me off today, so I decided, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna make I'm gonna make good on my threat. Sent you a video message today. Please check when you get a chance. I will, Darren. I did not realize that. Thank you. Captain Foley is the drunk uncle. You, like Captain Redneck, is the cousin that keeps getting removed from the family. Wow, that's probably about right. All right, so I've been messing around a little bit here with BIRDOPREY and Lore Reloaded, and so let's take a little listen to some of their musings.
Together,
that part.
Feel the fire, feel my love inside you is so bright.
Oh yeah.
There's the sound and the smell of love in my mind.
Man, these guys are musical.
I'm a toy, come and play with me, say the word
Oh
now.
man, this is just so beautiful.
Alright!
Wrap
your legs around mine and ride me tonight. That is stupid.
Oh, put pictures.
Sex, 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 sex. Slip and slide in
when
your
you're
wet
wet
till I feel the blood flow. Not too fast, don't be slow, my love's in your hands.
Here it comes.
I'm a man, I'm a boy, I'm a man, I'm your mother. I'm a man, I'm a one-night stand. I'm a man, I'm a bi, I'm a man, I'm your slave. I'm a man, I'm a little girl.
No, I'm not saying any of that. Make love together. I wouldn't say any of that. Screw that.
Ah, yes. Still a work in progress. But yes, that's coming soon. Don't make fun, Anti-Checker. I'm not making fun. No, that's their singing. They're, you know, Lore and BIRDOPREY are both very talented singers. Very unique style of singing for each of them, and surprisingly very similar. But yes, It's torture, but not as bad as Star Trek Discovery. Well, that much is definitely true. Well, it depends. It's not as bad as a bad episode of Star Trek Discovery. It's like the opening to All in the Family. Boy, the way Glenn Miller... Yes. How am I supposed to rest in my recliner? That's in my ears. Well, that was the point, DJ. I would have not played it if you didn't mention your recliner. Anti-Tracker, get Lauren Bird to do a music tour. That would be awesome. And Captain Redneck, see, admits hearing Laura's song makes you appreciate Star Trek Discovery. See, there's good in everything, Captain Redneck. Wait, I've caught up. There's a surprise. Well, we just played it. Star Trek Discovery not allowed to be seen in the EU as it is copyrighted. Well, I'm sure all the Europeans will cry over that one. Have you tried the Peach Royal Crown yet? I have not. I have it sitting right up here, actually. I have not busted open the box. I'm waiting for a special occasion. I don't know what that special occasion is going to be yet, but yeah. Probably the special occasion will be I'll finish one of the other open bottles that I have. And number 10 for Night Breeze. You got it, my friend. I love that one. Ozzy says, well, I made a live stream. 1 out of 10 is not bad. Hey, you're always welcome, Ozzy, whether you make it or not. But, you know, since you only make it 1 out of 10, then you should put in 10 super chats right now. Vile Mike says, what's up, y'all? Hey, Vile, good to see you. I'm having a coconut Bacardi rum tonight. Ooh, that sounds delicious. But I'm drinking some of my Dubliner, which I do like. I think this stuff is pretty good. Charles is having some scotch, also very good. I do have my, I do like this stuff, the Glenfiddich Fire and Cane limited edition. Oh, I just realized I'm holding it up to the screen and you can't see because I didn't hit the button like an idiot. But yeah, Glenfiddich Fire and Cane. This is pretty good stuff. Very peaty, though. If you don't like peaty scotch, shouldn't have that one. Nightbreeze says, the day Discovery gets canceled, he will drink an entire bottle. No, I will not drink an entire bottle on that day. I would drink an entire bottle probably on a day that I was forced to watch every episode of Star Trek Discovery back to back. Josh says, number 10 is the only great Star Trek Discovery episode. You are so right. Thank you for recognizing that, Josh. Oh, man. John says, meanwhile, at Stately Bird Manor, we see Bird slip into his lore suit. Wow. I don't think the Bird and Lore, well, I could see Bird and Lore being like a superhero duo, like Batman and Robin, where, and they ride like down the street in his hospital bed to fight crime by singing. I still want to know where Daft Punk went on Discovery. Yeah, me too. It's like, wait a minute. Daft Punk was just there, and now Daft Punk, maybe now that Robo Chicken is gone, Daft Punk will take over. Future breaking news: unidentifiable male found with cement block under river in Nashville. Yeah, sources say that would be Lore Reloaded. Canadians work in their sweatshop all year to bring you Crown Royal. They do, and that is so kind of them. So, so thank you, Canada. Captain Foley, if you're still there, thank you. You know, maple syrup and Crown Royal. That's the good of Canada. And by the way, for those of you that I know, I don't know if Captain Foley plugged it yet or not. I didn't see him do it. But at the end of April, he is going to be in Colorado at a con. So if you ever wanted to meet Captain Foley and see those incredibly shiny nipples for yourself, you can do so at Colorado. And yes, he will show you his nipples if you pay him $5. Thomas says, can't see you. Well, you can now. You couldn't earlier. I need a shot of Jaeger. Well, go get yourself a shot of Jaeger, Darth. I'm right here. Re-unssubbing, says Mr. Miles. Wow, Mr. Miles. I think that's a record for you. Beer for me. I'm not a beer drinker, but you go right ahead. Whatever makes you feel good. ABJ says, I figured out why Michael Burnham is so impossibly awesome. It has to do with the Red Angel, time travel, and Groundhog Day. I think you're probably right. Fred says, I'm having some Vicodin. Careful, Fred. You don't want to have too much Vicodin, at least not recreationally, but because Vicodin is, of course, a real medication. I am Kane. I can help you. You confused me there, Mr. Miles. I like Scotch. Scotchity Scotch Scotch. Yes. Scotch is yum-a-dum-dum. So long, and thanks for all the fish, Article 13. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to last, to be honest with you. I think that if Article 13 hits with the draconian measures that they're scared of, I think that it'll be repealed fairly quickly, because I genuinely think that the people of Europe, at least the young people of Europe, will basically revolt if they can't have their internets. In the UK, you now need a pass to prove you're over the age of 21 to see online porn, and you've got to pay for it. Wow, that's different. I thought United States was the repressed country. I see a 24-hour live stream where Anti-Checker drinks and watches every Star Trek Discovery episode. You know what, Vile? I will do that after I can do this full time. I would absolutely do that. It'll be painful. So let's see. Anti-Checker, I got a name. The Load Bird Tour. So the United Kingdom has a porn tax. Is that for real? Does the United Kingdom actually have? Is that a real thing? That's really wrong if it is. Josh Street says, for 10,000 subs or $1 million, Anti-Checker will watch every episode of Star Trek Discovery in one sitting. No, I didn't say that. Now, $1 million, I absolutely would. But 10,000 subs, not enough, because that probably wouldn't be enough for me to sustain myself full time. 10,000 subs is just a great milestone. I'm looking forward to crossing it, hopefully, this year. Herpidus McDerpington, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a little while. Says, it's time for rum. Wow, you guys are all just drinking with me tonight, so good. We're having a party. Charles says, Scotch me, Scotch face. Miles should be named Namor, the unsubmariner. That's, oh man, the unsubmariner. You're absolutely right, John. That should be Mr. Miles. You should change your username to the unsubmariner. Mr. Miles, was that a Command & Conquer reference with Kane? I was actually wondering that too. Internet Now, EU Youth. Yes. Article 13 will hit the States in 2 to 5 years, calling it now. I disagree, but only because I think that it's going to prove to be an unmitigated disaster in Europe. It was Kung Fu, a Kung Fu The Legend Continues reference? Oh, that Kane. Okay. I am called Kane. Although I like the original Kung Fu. Yes, it starts in April. No joke. That is beyond stupid. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not a pro-porn guy, but at the same time, I don't think that the government should be involved in taxing it or anything like that. So that's... yeah, that's just wrong. Alexander's in the house, says, I'm here. Neelix is God. Leslie Niels is the greatest actress ever. Jar Jar Binks should have 3 trilogies. Cybok is better than Spock. Bernie 2020, feel the burn. You are just so much crazy. That's why I love having you here. Tons of free porn in the UK for now. Yeah, for a couple more weeks maybe. Never saw that more than an episode or... Never saw more than an episode or two long time ago. Well, I don't remember watching Kung Fu the Legend. I remember the show, but I don't remember watching Kung Fu the Legend Continues. But I have the entire original Kung Fu series on DVD. It's a fun show. Just had 3 Jaeger shots. All right, Darth. Well, you should be fine. Thomas says, I heard they banned free porn in the UK. Yeah, we were just talking about that. It's to stop young kids from looking at porn. That's why, you know, how about this? How about parents? Be effing parents. And I'm sorry that I'm going to get on a soapbox for just a second here. If you don't want your kids watching porn, and don't get me wrong, again, I am not a pro-porn guy. I don't want my kids watching porn. But the best way to prevent your kids from watching porn is don't give them a smartphone when they're 10 years old and let them take it into their room by themselves. Don't give them unfettered internet access ever. That's a stupid thing to do. I'll take umbrage with the term unsubmariner. Well, I understand why you would, Darren, because you're allowed to. But remember, Submariner was an actual character from Marvel Comics. No porn for Bortus in the UK. Yeah, Bortus would go crazy. Antrigger, yes, the original was better, but the Legend Continues was 90s cheesy goodness. I don't think I ever watched it, so I don't know how good it was. Most people don't actually want freedom, as freedom entails responsibility. Most people are terrified of responsibility. That you are correct about. And I don't know if I'd say most, but a lot of people don't actually want freedom. And that's actually part of the fundamental difference between the political left and political right. Is that many on the political left, well, they won't come out and say it because it would sound horrible to just say it. But they don't want freedom. They want the government to be the ultimate babysitter. He would also watch Threshold, Move Along Home, A Night in Sick Bay, and The Children Shall Lead, and Code of Honor. Wow. That would be a painful night. But yes, I would do it. For $1 million. Or at least enough YouTube revenue to retire. Bernie Sanders probably supports Article 13. I wouldn't be surprised. Alexander's the new Enderman. Nah, Alexander is way crazier than Enderman. I'll say it. He truly is. And he's pro-porn, apparently. Ensign Ricky is in the house, says, yes! Good to see you, Ensign Ricky. Chief Cook is having some 1800. Very nice. How are they gonna actually ban porn? It's everywhere online. Well, keep in mind, Vile, that the whole point of Article 13 in Europe, the internet is no longer going to have free-flowing access to all sorts of stuff. That's going away in Europe. That's the whole point. Fun fact, some people don't follow laws. That is true. However, here's the problem, is that I'm assuming that the provisions of the law will basically fall back as to the internet providers. So, for example, since most of us on the night streams are in the United States, let's say you have Comcast as your internet provider. So Comcast would then have to filter your access to make sure no porn, and that is certainly doable. Getting on a soapbox proves you're short. Not necessarily. The character in Marvel Comics was Namor the Submariner. That's different from Submariner. Yeah, well, that's why. But his name would be Mr. Miles the Unsubmariner. EU stop meme. UK porn. Stop porn. Who's your daddy now? Kronos is in the house. Have not seen you in a while, Kronos. I am glad to see that you are in one piece. Says check PayPal. I certainly will. But how have you been, man? I assume you've been busy with stuff of various stuffiness. So anyway, let's continue on, and there's that. And let me see here. So Kronos, of course, you know the rules. So what do you want to do, my friend? I didn't put a hyphen for namer. Sue me. Yeah, it's okay, John. I knew what you meant. No Spock's Brain or Sub Rosa? Well, I don't think Spock's Brain is nearly as bad as a lot of people give it crap for. Do you mean Kane the wrestling, now major city in Tennessee? No, he's talking about Kane from Kung Fu. Will VPNs be, let's see, hey guys, says Commander Underwolf, good to see you. Mr. Waffle says, will VPNs be illegal in Europe? I don't know what VPNs, what the rules on that were going to be. I haven't heard anything on that specifically. That's actually an interesting question. Something to ask a European lawyer, I'm sure. Europe is going to old Soviet Union internet, yeah. In Soviet Union, internet watches you. It's been over a year since net neutrality was eliminated. I haven't noticed anything different. I have not either. I know a lot of people were freaking out that net neutrality was going to spell the end of the internet, and it obviously did not. However, Article 13 and Article 11 are a little more draconian. So that has me a little more concerned. Daniels wants me to check Discord because, of course, he does. And let me see. What do you got there? Uh-oh, another Star Trek Discovery article. Lordy, why you make me suffer from this? At Pallyfest, Star Trek Discovery Cast Season 2's unexpected ending will change everything. Well, okay. That should prove very, very interesting. So I'll get into, let me get caught up on the chat, and then we'll check out this article here, okay? Ironically, Western Europe is becoming cold Western Europe and vice versa. Yes. And Kronos, don't forget to tell me if I haven't seen, oh wait, you know what you post. Just let's see. The moths are back. Taxed. I'm communist and pro-freedom. I'm pro-X movies. That's very weird of you. Protect the little ones from my boobies and peenies and vajayjays. Oh my. Yes. Okay. Just playing with you. Unsubmariner is clever, I admit. I think it's good, yeah. The Submariner is something Aquaman wanted to be. That's actually true. Submariner came first. They weren't lovers, but anyway. Kronos, enough to open the new bottle? Oh, so you're trying to get me to open the bottle and try it. All right, I'll tell you what. Let me finish this real quick. And I will taste it. DJ's taking off. Have a good one. And Kronos is looking around saying, you have a lot of new stuff. I do, and you'll see, I'm sure you notice the list is in the description box below now, because people prefer the cleaner interface there. So the Moths Untied, yes. Night Breeze received notification. Let's see, what does it say? Cutting off. Just received notification of the stream. That's a good. I got notification of Bird's stream today when he was just about done streaming. I don't know what's up with YouTube and notifications. Which, by the way, one thing you can do that is a little more efficient is you can go to antitrekker.com and you can now get push notifications sent to a computer web browser or to an Android device. Unfortunately, it does not currently work with iOS. BIRDOPREY is, I'm sure, diligently looking for an iOS solution. All right, so opening up the bottle o' peach, just for Kronos. I'm very curious to see what this tastes like, and I know I'm falling further and further behind in the chat. I apologize. And let me see. Man. Let me grab the little knife here so I can cut this open. And this is probably the most riveting part of the live stream while I'm attempting to freaking open a bottle of Canadian alcohol. All right. So now I got this. Wow. There we go. Smells good. Let's try it. Although I'm a little disappointed. Because it's a screw-on. As opposed to the cork like the other one that I had. Alright. So let's give this a try. Smells really good. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Although, I will say this, to be honest with you, I like the apple a little bit better, I think. But, it is very good. And Kronos, thank you, my friend, to you. Now, let me try to get caught up a little bit. Let's see. Andre is right. Real communism has never been tried. Very true. Hope you feel better, DJ. DJ's long gone by now, I'm sure. EU may want to take down VPN. Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Anti-Checker, I always thought a Voyager episode, The Phage, was like Spock's brain. They could have called Voyager episode Neelix's lung. Yes. So the EU is looking at North Korea for internet standards. It does appear that way, yes. Oh, shoot. Now, let's see. Open the new bottle. I already did. Spock's brain followed by sequel Spock's beard with the same alien still his beard, but it's that succeed this time. That's wrong. I know at least you have seen that your ISP tracks everything you do. That's true. And that's why it's very doable to have these kind of regulations. You just got to force the ISPs to do it. I do not think that they could ever do that in the States because freedom of speech and freedom of expression. They could do it, but I don't think it would last for the same reason I don't think it's going to last in Europe, because I think the younger people would absolutely riot in the streets. You can't even watch porn anymore. They're watching, yep. So does that mean the people in Europe can't watch your videos anymore? I don't know yet. So that's going to be a problem if they can't, for both me and them. And Ensign Ricky says, no, LOL. So you're laughing at the fact that Europeans can no longer watch my videos.
Hey, does
I'm
anyone
glad
have a
to see
charger?
that. Oh, yeah, Man from Atlantis. I remember that show. And no, I'm not playing a bunch of theme songs tonight. I don't want to get DMCA'd. Especially after what happened to my good friend Nerdrotic. He and I talked this morning. Nerdrotic got banned from streaming for 3 months because of an old DMCA claim. So, would Sub Rosa be banned under the law? I don't think so. Got notification after 28 minutes into the stream. Yeah, YouTube. Gotta love it. And let's see. Never get Bird's notifications till the next day. Yeah, I almost never get them until he's done with his stream. Hey, Anti-Checker. Hey, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Going to be lurking around as usual. Good to see you, D. Newton. And third says, YouTube, Kronos, LOL. Okay, just saying, thanks for streaming after I got off work. Oh, no problem, Darth. Thanks for being here after you got off work. Everyone, at the top of this chat, there's a drop-down menu. Change it from top chat to live chat to get an accurate, unfiltered view of the chat. Thank you, Mr. Miles. Alexander, oh, and then it jumps around on me, says Kronos is in the house, although that's actually, man, I don't know why it's jumping around on me here. Okay, there we go. Sharon Lee is so great, you have no idea how she's wonderful. You're right, I have no idea how she's wonderful. Yeah, YouTube is always the reason. Nitpicking the bottle already a little bit. Sorry. You know, it's me, Kronos. What do you expect? And I know I'm way behind on the chat, so... Has anyone read Berserk manga? Not me. Kronos is in the house, says Alexander. The non-YouTube reasons for not getting your notifications on time suck the most. That's true. Do you think there will see a Jet Jaguar again in Star Trek Discovery Season 2? Jet Jaguar. Good one. I don't know. I don't. Makes me glad I left the old continent when I did. Sorry, the Fed. Yes. If I lived in Europe and then moved here and then that happened, I would feel the same way. Do you pop out your YouTube chat and allow you to resize it? No, I don't, and I'm not even sure how. I know I'm old. Well, I almost feel sorry for the poor grunt who has to look through my porn history. Yeah, that would suck, I'm sure. My mother Russians porn something, and then all of a sudden the chat jumped. I love this. Strange and ducks, but true. Strange and sucks. Sorry. Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? Ask Luke tomorrow. He's European. That's very true. Sorry if I'm missing some comments, but the chat is being really weird, so I'm just going to have to get up here. The Fed throws 6 of his fake Australian dollars in there and says, certainly happy to have left the continent when I did. Good to see you on as work winds down. Oh, fourth horseman. Fourth horseman. Oh, fourth horseman. So I'm the fourth horseman? Are you saying I'm the fourth horseman of the apocalypse, the Fed? In which case, that's kind of weird. However, or are you saying that that has something to do with the super chat choice you want? In which case, I have no idea what you want. However, Kronos wants to see the disco death, please. It rocks. It does rock. And of course you can. Yes, the day Discovery did, in fact, die. It died a horrible, horrible death. And Mr. Miles, thank you so much for your instructions. That worked just fine, and now I have the popped-out chat much easier to read. I do truly appreciate it. Move to China and don't give a crap about copyright. That's true. They also don't give a crap about human rights, but that's a whole other thing. I can't write under these Jaeger shots. Well, that's what you get for the shots. And Eric repeats to click the 3 dots and pop out. Yes, thank you. I did not know that, and so thank you both. I only heard the tail end of it, but Article 13 is going to shut down porn sites, or is it just a strict filter system? Sounds like it's a strict filter system that you have to pay a tax if you want to be able to watch porn in the UK. Which is crazy. Dar says, write my novel. Sure thing. It was a dark and stormy night, and then I died. The end. Geekpocalypse. Yes, that's what we will be seeing, the Fed. I do believe it. I genuinely do. EU has oil. USA needs oil. USA take over for the EU for oil. Oh, yeah. Like I said, Doomcock and Nerdrotic throw something in their streams. Ask Doomcock and Nerdrotic threw something in their streams. Not sure what you mean. I know Nerdrotic got DMCA'd, but the USS Fabulous. Yes. Also very satisfying to see Disco burn. Very true. All right. Let me get over here and read this article real quick. I'm never going to get to it because you guys are chatting like crazy, which I appreciate, but I do want to see what this has to say because, well, I'm just curious. So, forgive me if I didn't see your chat, but I'm gonna check out this. So this is an article on trekcore.com. Where do all these websites come from? Anyway, at Paleyfest, Star Trek Discovery Cast says Season 2's unexpected ending will change everything. Well, that's exciting. The crew of Star Trek Discovery visited the 2019 Paleyfest event yesterday in Los Angeles, and while there wasn't much in the way of news from the cast panel itself, the show's actors, along with executive producers Alex Kurtzman and Heather Cadian, spent some time hyping what is to be called a tremendous and unexpected upcoming ending to Season 2. You know, whenever they say something is incredible and unexpected, it usually isn't. And yes, that is a picture of Kurtzman. Speaking with Sci-Fi Wire, a In a new set of interviews published this evening, Alex Kurtzman once again addressed fan criticism of how Star Trek Discovery may not seem to fit into the overall Star Trek history that we know, ramping up his rebuttal to that feedback. It may not fit. It may not fit. Who writes these articles? How stupid are these people? All right, I'll stop for a minute because your pal Al very kindly threw 20 of his fake Canadian dollars in. Thank you so much. And says, I wanted to ask you something about Trek. How do you feel that Starfleet's capital ships are almost always traveling alone and almost always gather in fleets for planned battles? Real navies never do that when hostiles could be near. Not entirely true, your pal Al. If you're talking about a naval group, which Darren, if Darren's still here, he can speak to this in much more detail than me because he was actually in the Navy. I was in the Army. But if you're talking about a naval group, like an aircraft carrier group or something like that, you're absolutely correct. They don't move as a single vessel. However, remember that the Federation is really more, as far as branch of the military, the one that it most closely resembles is actually the Coast Guard. They are a combination military and law enforcement. And so that is why starships tend to travel alone. They are by far outgunning everything else in the Federation. And so a single starship under normal circumstances would not have too much difficulty enforcing the law. But good question, your pal Al. And don't forget to throw, if you want a super chat, uber chat, mega chat, or even the dreaded Bird of Prey chat, you throw that at me and I will be more than happy to play it. In the meantime, let's get back to said article. We are entirely aware of everyone's questions and criticisms. Well, that's good to know. They're entirely aware of our questions and criticisms. Now I'm stuck with in the Navy in my head. I'm so sorry. And let me see. And I see where everyone is like, well, the Spore Drive never existed, and what? Discovery is never around, and all of these things, we're totally aware. You will get an answer, executive producer Alex Kurtzman told Sci-Fi Wire. But will that answer be satisfying? I damn well think so, yes. Wow. It must be serious since he said damn. I mean, you can't get much more serious than that. And Brian says, hey, Antrekker, good work on the Commander Cockings interview today. Love the channels crossing over and listening to really good conversation and questions. Thank you. I actually had a good time with that. It was a lot of fun. And by the way, shortly after I recorded that interview with Commander Cockings, we recorded it on Monday, I then went over and recorded with Commander Cockings and Captain Foley for a couple of future episodes of Trek Yards. So it was kind of a fun little day. Bet $5 we're not satisfied, Vile? I will not take you on that bet because I would have to agree. You can sail the 7 seas in the Navy. Tiki of Doom is like really obsessed now with that song. All right. So now we have some quotes here from this con. Ethan Peck says, I personally think that the end of the season is going to be tremendous. When Kurtzman first told me about it, I was in tears. I just had chills. Okay, that's a bad sign. I'm sorry, when people start acting like it's that good, it is not that good. Your pal Al says, let's play Navy, said no kid ever. Ooh, ooh. Doug Jones says, as I read the final script for season 2, my jaw dropped. And I'm dumbfounded with where they are heading. So I think the fans can expect to boldly go where no Star Trek series has ever gone before. I hate when they try to throw crap like that. I set your phasers for fun. Ugh. And Wilson Cruz says, expect the unexpected is what my mother always says. And it couldn't be more true, especially on this season, because it'll change everything. Sure it will. Sure it will. Alexander says, all the articles about maybe banning porn in Europe are from 2013. I don't know what you speak about that. I don't know. I'm just going by what someone said earlier in the chat who's from the UK. So I don't know. Here's the answer. He doesn't give a damn of Star Trek continuity and will give the fans the middle finger. Yeah, exactly. They have already gone where no Star Trek show has gone before. That is also very true. Mom always said Discovery is like a box of turds. Yes. All right, let's continue on. We had a brief moment to speak with Cruz at the event, who told us that the end of Season 2 is a game changer, along with noting that Hugh Culber's journey continues into Season 3. Well, so what? All that means is that Hugh's not going to die, or if he does die, he's going to be resurrected again. Cast member Anthony Rapp also expanded on the topic a bit, indicating that the upcoming episodes will meet Kurtzman's often stated plan to sync up with canon, and that he feels fans' desires about alignment will be well addressed. They're really, really, really trying to push this, right? They've been for a while, trying to push the idea that yes, continuity is going to be satisfied, canon is going to make sense, that all of this is going to add up. Now, the only way, quite frankly, that I can see them doing it is having the Red Angel or whatever go back in time, do something that changes everything, and in the last shot of the last episode, we see everything look exactly like it's supposed to look. I don't buy for a minute they're going to do something like that. Handstrecker, will these new Discovery actors begin to be the main attraction of future Star Trek conventions? Oh, as the old actors continue to die off, unfortunately, yes. The more they say continuity will be fixed, the less I believe will happen. I'm with you 100% on that, John. Yeah. They keep pushing this story that it's all going to line up. And so far, every time they've said that, it has not happened. So why should I believe it's going to happen this time? I have no freaking idea. The Silver Angel is 7 of 9. Well, that could be, but I doubt it. All right, let's continue on. While the mystery of just who's been popping about the galaxy in the Red Angel suit has been answered in last week's The Red Angel, at least as far as we know that Michael Burnham is still going to end up being the Red Angel. There are still 4 episodes left in the year to both wrap up the Red Signal and Control storyline. And, well, they destroyed Control, but whatever. And to send Captain Pike back to the Enterprise for the remainder of their mission. If anything, it's not going to feel like a send-off, because I think that's everything everybody thinks is going to happen. I think it will just become incredibly clear that why he's not continuing on, because he has to go do TOS, so we have to make sense of that. He has to go do TOS. Hey guys, I'd love to stick around, but I got to go do TOS. And you know what? That is probably the best phrasing of anything in this article, because they're going to do TOS, all right. They're going to just do TOS, just right up, not use any lube, nothing. All right, let's continue on. Kurtzman talked about the departing captain as well, saying, if you know the story of Captain Pike, you know what his fate was. It won't be exactly what you think this season, but there'll be but it will be consistent with that story. Oh, we've been hearing that from day one, that everything's going to be consistent with what we've seen before. Ha! Sorry. There will be a dimension shed that story that you will not have known or have thought of. Sure. There's still a number of years between the current setting of Discovery Season 2 and the accident that seriously injures Pike, as seen in the Menagerie, where the captain was exposed to near-lethal Delta radiation, rescuing Starfleet cadets during a training mission. While we don't know how Anson Mount's Pike will be exiting Discovery, some fans have speculated we might see Pike join Starfleet Academy series first rumored to be in development last summer, which we could serve as a connection to his ultimate fate. Star Trek Discovery returns Thursday with Perpetual Infinity, 11th episode of this year, but before then we'll bring you new photos from this, blah, 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 the end of the article. So, This is just the same crap they've been saying from day one. There is nothing, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I mean, it's not the worst written article or anything. It's not a well-written article, but it's not the worst. But we have been constantly hearing from them about how everything's going to match up to continuity, that yes, this is the prime timeline, that yes, everything's going to make sense. They've been saying that for 2 freaking years, and we have not been, I mean, because the thing is that season 1 of Discovery was so bad that they really burned their bridges with the fan base. They need to stop saying it's going to line up and line it up. They need to stop telling us how it's going to be awesome and make it awesome. They don't understand that the problem isn't their message to us. Their problem is the show. Their problem is that they are producing a crappy show and they need to repair it. We, the fan base, do not care about your press conferences and interviews. We care about what's going to come out on CBS All Access this Thursday night. And unfortunately, based on their batting average, there's about a 95% chance of crap on Thursday night. So that's my problem. So let's get back into some chat time here before I explode. So just picking a random place to start reading again. Josh Street says, so, nothing new. Absolutely correct. The Orange Angel is Trump. He has time traveled to 1899 and builds a wall. That would make more sense than what we're seeing. So the Angel's trying to stop Trek Killer Base from destroying the founding planets of the Federation. That might be accurate. Is there a chance that Discovery writers will remake some of the TUS episodes? I doubt it, but then again, I wouldn't be all that surprised. Captain Pike will be assimilated by the Borg, and Neelix will take his place. It's not as crazy as some of the other stuff out there. Chrono says, journalism is dead. Why bother reading stuff like this? Well, frankly, because you guys gave it to me. But honestly, I mean, that one at least is a relatively believable article, as opposed to the stuff saying, you know, oh, Anson Mount's been fired, when he was like, nobody ever thought he was going to be around for more than 1 season. Oh my God, the shameless and desperate blatant self-promotion and overstatement makes me, kind of means to me that things are in trouble and they just are trying to appease us. Yes. Asgard's greatest hit, #1. I think I'm a clone now. I don't think that would be Asgard's... Oh, the Asgard from SG-1. Yes, that would be their greatest hit. Stuart. Whoa, Stuart, you've been drinking too much? Start of the Shadow Wars. A small group of people fight for the right to meme and free web as the evil EU try to stop them, but the EU forget about the dark net full of meme for the war. We'll see. And Eric says... and the Orville. Well, at least we do have the Orville. Admiral says, too late. It's far too late. It really is at this point. I mean, they don't tell me any of this crap. Just do it. Do it. No Orville for 3 weeks. I wonder if that's on purpose, that Orville's taking a break until the season finale of Discovery. Teleports everyone into the next season of The Expanse. That would be nice. Fed passes me a few shots. Thank you. Got a couple of retracted messages, because why the heck not? The Borg in TOS is nothing bloody sacred. Well, I know that's been an ongoing theory, but hey, I wouldn't be surprised if they brought the Borg in at this point. Why just not ignore Discovery and watch amazing episodes of Voyager? You know, where there's 7 of 9 in Voyager, it's good. Well, I know you love 7 of 9, Andre, but because Discovery is the only Star Trek currently in production. I remove my comments so Anti-Trekker won't read it. No spoilers. Oh, okay. Thank you. Anti-Trekker's going to explode. Someone input his stop self-destruct code. 1 more drink A, 1 more drink 2B. Dang, you figured me out. From January, the UK government is setting out law to stop young people looking at porn. And you need to be 21 for ID porn card to log in to look at porn in the UK starting in April. That's, yeah, if that's true, man, that's just freaking bizarre. On Friday morning, news will be Thursday night. The YouTuber called Anti-Trekker ended the night with liver failure due to watching another episode of Star Trek Discovery. Yeah, and you guys love it. You forgot the Great Meme War. You fought in the Great Meme Wars? Why, yes. I was a meme knight, same as your father. If the EU keeps pushing the EU nations like this, then there's going to be revolution in some nations. I agree. I think that'll happen. I honestly think that the young people would not sit still for losing internet. I think they're skipping weeks for the Orville because there aren't that many episodes. That could be too Kronos, but I'm just saying I think it's funny. Do you think they're going to try and tie it into the temporal Cold War from Enterprise? They could. It would make sense based on the fact that Burnham or Red Angel is on one side and the Control is on the other, and two factions fighting in a time war. Yeah, same thing. You could definitely, with a little bit of decent writing, make it work. EU is the Borg. That's okay. Fires phasers and destroys the retractor beam. Okay. Kurtzman says he almost cried reading the script of the Picard episode. Yeah, I'm sure he did. What about Google porn image search? I don't know, Darth. You have to ask the governments of Europe. I don't know how it's going to work. I remember watching Frasier-inspired Trek skit many years ago. It was more entertaining than Star Trek Discovery. Look, watching paint dry is more entertaining than most of Star Trek Discovery. They should do a Star Trek with only porn actress. Sharon Lee could be the captain and Ava Knox could be the tactical officer. Don't know who either of those people are. This is how to fix Star Trek, and Chief sends a link. What is this one?
Excuse me, sir.
Star Trek New Voyager's answer to J.J. Oh, I've seen that. Oops, and now, unfortunately, I just realized that I buried my chat because it's in a pop-out window. There we go. I got to get used to this pop-out thing. Let's see. Losing free porn, you say? Take it to the streets. Well, you know, I'm telling you, I think that'll happen. Freedom! Put your clothes back on, Mr. Miles. Yes, thank you. Antricker, I hated the Temporal Cold War arc in Enterprise. I wasn't a big fan of it, but I'm just saying it could make sense. I've heard there are 3 episodes left in the season for Orville. I don't know. I thought this season had more for some reason, but maybe you are right. This is a family chat. Well, ish. Coxzilla. That's funny to be the next thing after that. What's scary about the EU is that the YouTube, Google, Twitter, etc. will follow suit even if the U.S. government does not. Well, if they do, I don't know. Because here's the thing. If YouTube decided to become massive censors to that extreme, how long would it take for BitChute or one of the other smaller video services to suddenly explode, like become the next YouTube? And so I don't think they want to take that chance. What is good writing and what good writing and STD are you on something? I'm saying I would like good writing. Mr. Miles on the road to ring. Thomas says Wikipedia only has 1 left. Only has 1 what? Almost cried when watching the first episode of Star Trek Discovery. So does that mean it's a good thing? I think they would say yes. That should be my review. Star Trek Discovery. So intense, I cried. I'm going to make a prediction, if I may. I think Control possessed Leland, and Control Leland will kill everyone on ship, enhance the weapons and shields, and be the big bad for Season 2. That's an interesting one, but I don't think so. I do agree that Leland is being controlled by Control. I don't trust Wiki. Well, you shouldn't. Cotton Candy Beard Guy says, I think they think to bring on new viewers that Trek has to be about pew pew bang bang, but Trek has never been that, and good storytelling is the action was only in a few episodes. Glad we have the Orville. Agreed. Let's see. Maya Khalifa is the tactical officer. Okay, no idea what you're talking about. They only had 12 episodes last season, and episode 11 was the last one. You talking about the Orville? While digging out his chat, Anti-Checker found Jimmy Hoffa. That could be, if Bird's been messing with my computer. They could take our lives, but they will never take our freedom. Yes, but they could take our internet. Just go watch The Expanse. I'm telling you, I can't wait for The Expanse Season 4. Just hoping for more episodes. Yeah. EU got underground porn site. Well, that's going to be interesting to see what happens with that, because I don't think that they, I mean, honestly, I don't think that they can keep porn under wraps like that. Orville had 14 episodes, this according to IMDb. Okay, okay. Look at this Sharon Lee. She has clothes on in the picture. All right, let me see. Okay. So, just looks like a typical Asian woman. A13 is BS, but the result will be much more harmless than expected as usual. I hope you're right. I genuinely do. I think the Emperor controls control and she killed him. That could be. She is a porn actress. Yeah, I figured, but yeah. Oh, and Mia, however you say your name, is also a porn star. Okay, so you guys are just talking about porn stars tonight. Anti-Checker, can the EU censor the dark web too? I don't know. I'm not an expert on internet protocol. Sorry. All right, so when is part 2 of the Cockings interview going to be released? Tomorrow morning, actually. So, and that'll be, it's just a 2-parter, but yeah, tomorrow morning. And part 2 is a little bit longer than part 1, but I actually do kind of yell at Commander Cockings a little bit, but it's a good interview. Please check PayPal, double feature time, Super Chat 8, and BIRDOPREY 1. All right, you asked for it, my friend. So Super Chat 8 to start with. So we're having a bird double feature here because, you know, there's only one way to improve a perfect movie, and that is to add BIRDOPREY to it.
Anal na trach, was betad, doch jeldinne.
Ariel Natris Oris Bazi Bedhead Juchel Dementa. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Alright, so, but how do we improve on BIRDOPREY making Excalibur even better? Well, we give BIRDOPREY his own missing Star Trek episode. Eventually. Maybe. Let's try.
Captain's log, stardate 44307.3. I'm preparing to leave by shuttlecraft for Pentaris 5, where I've been asked to mediate a dispute among the Salinite miners. A contentious group, unfortunately prone to violence. But first, I must deal with a situation of a far more personal nature.
What better way to get first-hand experience?
Captain, I'm picking up a general distress signal from BIRDOPREY 5.
On screen.
Feel the fire, feel my love inside you so bright. There's the sound and the smell of love on my mind. I'm your toy, come play with me. Say the word now. Wrap your legs around me. Ride me tonight.
My love is a fever, longing still for that which longer nurseth the disease.
I'm a man, I'm a goddess, I'm a man, I'm a virgin, I'm a man, I'm a blue movie. I'm a man, I'm a bitch, I'm a man, I'm a geisha, I'm a man, I'm a little girl, and we'll make love together. This sounds very pedo-ish.
In faith, I do not love thee with mine eyes, for they in thee 1,000 errors see, but 'tis my heart that loves what they despise, who, in despite of view, art pleased to dote. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate.
What? Oh my God.
When I have plucked the rose, I cannot give it vital growth again. It needs, must wither.
Why are you saying these things? Music to make love to an old ladybug.
You wonderfully jealous fool, you.
Wow, well that's basically rape. That is rape as a song. Congratulations. I gotta go turn myself in.
So while BIRDOPREY is turning himself in. Oh, what a classic thing. So Thomas, I gotta ask you before we finish up here, did you want your number 8 now, or were you wanting to save that for the first thing tomorrow, since you said that that was your first for tomorrow? So I just want to make sure I'm clear on that. Because that comment doesn't count as first for tomorrow unless that's your super chat for tomorrow. The USS Constitution makes no mention of the U.S. Constitution makes no mention of right to privacy. Should it be amended to affirm such a right? If so, how should the amendment read? Well, actually, the right to privacy is interpreted basically because you do have the right to be free of unwarranted search and seizure. And so that's where the right to privacy comes in. It doesn't specifically say right to privacy, but the government cannot just poke through your stuff without due process. No, I was first on your video for tomorrow, so I guess you can pick a... Well, you picked number 8, so that'll play tomorrow. So there you go. And I did see that you sent me an article. I'll check it out later. But for right now, guys, I am going to wrap things up because it is getting late and I need to get some rest because tomorrow's going to be a long day. However, I do want to say thank you guys for hanging out, being the best damn crowd on YouTube. If you are not already, I will ask you to send some love to the direction of Nerdrotic. He got hit with a DMC. It may prevent him from streaming on his main channel for the next few months. And Nerdrotic is got a big channel. He's a great guy, good friend of the channel. So I hate seeing that. And so definitely, if you subscribe to him, you leave a comment, let him know Anti-Trekker says hi. And he does have an alternate channel now for his streaming that I can't remember what it's called. It's like something like Nerdrotic Streams or something like that. In the meantime, your pal Al throws 2 fake Canadian dollars and says, I've got something better.
I have got something better!
And thank you, Cotton Candy Beard Guy. It's Nerdrotic Live is the backup channel, so definitely subscribe there if you like Nerdrotic's live streams. Absolutely. And your pal Al, I'm going to give you about 15 seconds here to pick a super chat if you want one. Otherwise, I'm going to be signing off, so I need to know. Can you sleep when you get $1 million for 1 million subs? You can sleep when you get $1 million or 1 million subs. No, I will not sleep when I get $1 million or 1 million subs. I will do a 24-hour live stream at that point. If Nerdrotic got deemed for DMCA from months ago, I smell conspiracy. Yeah, me too. It seems like kind of weird, to be honest with you. But yeah. Later, have a good insert relative time period. That's the way we should say it from now on. Zoom, 15 seconds, new record. That's 5 times longer than usual. Yeah, well, you know, I'm trying to be nice. Jeez. In the Great Bowl of the Justice League. All right, so we'll play some Justice League and sign off with that. All right, guys, thank you all again. Have a great insert relevant time period here.
In the Great Bowl of the Justice League, there floats the world's 4 greatest turds. Created from cosmic indigestion, SUPERTURDS. Wonder Turd. Bat Turd. Aqua Turd. And those 2 junior SUPERTURDS, Lore Reloaded and Punchy the Wonder Cat.